There were debates, there were seeking clarity questions, but there was absolutely nothing. And if I remember correctly, even myself, it was only once where I seeked clarity on. So you cannot say a person who raised a clarity once, you can refer that person as he's advocating something. I even remember what I was asking in that. I was just seeking that clarity. But all in all, the National Commissioner has never gave any sign of there is a problem. Absolutely. I really don't understand what is going on now, because he has never, even a facial expression, you could not even see. He's laughing, it's flowing. It's a healthy debate, clarifying things. He's just pushing the implementation. And this implementation plan came with him, that this is how I want to implement this. And the minister agreed.
But by the time you met in March, obviously you had worked with the National Commissioner for almost a year, because you started in August.
Yes.
Do you have any recollection of any other time during your tenure with him where he demonstrated facially, as we are saying, or otherwise, that he's really hurtful, angry, and unhappy with something?
No, it has never happened.
So then how do you know that on that day he was not happy? Because it has always been like that. How do you know that he has a different way of demonstrating how he feels when he's confronted by a matter that is uncomfortable to him?
No, we can't have a national commissioner like that. Otherwise, we'll have this ad hoc committee again and again. We can't have a national commissioner who cannot say left or right. Because we are here today, it's because of the national commissioner.
No, he told us that he was saying left and you were saying right with others.
No,
so his version is that that meeting was very difficult, and he, together with Lieutenant General Kumalo, were very much opposed to what you and Spear stood for on that day.
No, there was no such thing.
There
was no such thing.
Now, with the benefit of hindsight and with your experience in the police, Mr. Nkabinde, would you say that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi was correct that the minister must be careful because he might be caught in an internal battle within the police officers?
Yes, he did share with me that sentiment. He even said we need to protect the minister.
So you and in your own assessment, the minister is really now into the space that Mkhwanazi has warned against?
No, I think it was a misdirected. As a person who is also close to the minister, I believe that the minister is just caught in the middle here.
You believe that?
Yes, because I'm close to the minister, and even General Mkhwanazi did share with me that sentiment, because General Mkhwanazi had a problem with General Sibiya, of which the minister tried to call them together as to try a peacemaking meeting. So now the minister is in a predicament where he speaks to everyone in the top management, not necessarily because Sibiya is his friend. So General Mkhwanazi was engaging me in that perspective, of which me, next to the minister, I could not see anything wrong as well, because the minister, it was all about work.
Okay. And So Mark Bright, and those who worked with him for, of course, including you at the time, for his ambitions to become a national commissioner, it will appear to me at all cost.
That's correct.
So that he can achieve what? What does Mark Bright want?
I think they had more things with Paul O'Sullivan, maybe things that we don't know at our level. But to be a national commissioner, it was identified as more powerful than being executive director of IPID.
So in your discussions, when he was leading you into these various interventions of plots, he never indicated what is the end game. Because it doesn't seem to me that it will be convincing to come to the conclusion that all that he wants, nothing else but just become a commissioner. For what purpose? What did you want to achieve?
If there was anything behind, surely it will be not revealed to us at our level.
So you may have been juniors sometimes to understand some of those details, if they were.
If they were, surely he will not discuss it with us.
Yeah. Now, with your exposure to him and the activities that he was engaged on, your conclusion about him is what? Is a criminal or is not a criminal? I mean, all of these things that he committed to destroy people's future or livelihoods, if I were to use your name, who is this man? I mean, how should South Africans understand him?
That's a rock element.
It's a rock element.
Yes.
Now, it would seem to me, Mr. Nkabinde, that following your report, the IPID report that you gave us, it would seem to me that maybe more than what we have come to realize, but there are seriously dirty policemen, because I've not heard of a policewoman as yet, policemen in our system. And what do you think we need to do to eradicate them? What will it take? You are a police officer yourself. This is your terrain. You've been there. You were fortunate that besides being an ordinary police officer, you were taken into the IP, deployed there, and from there you went to the department to become a chief of staff. Now, you are almost closer to people who might say in the nearest future, I've seen it all. What do you think we need to do in order to defeat that behavior, that destructive behavior within the police service?
Yeah, I think it's more of a consequence management. No accountability. Instead of accountability, there's so much cover-ups. So now, if there's so much cover-ups on the top, the train is losing a direction. But it's more of accountability and consequence management, and make sure that people are held accountable.
But how to do it when the leading figures are those who are in charge? I mean, Mark Bright is the top guy in IPID. He's the executive director, that's what it's called. And then, but he engages in such a dirty exercise. How to deal with that?
I think even oversight bodies, including portfolio committees and all, they need not just to receive what is presented to them. They need to be more held people accountable.
Would you say that with the benefit of hindsight, given where we are now, since the day, that fateful day, if I were to call it, when Mkhwanazi did a press conference, would you say that you are happy that he did that press conference, in a sense that this has given us an opportunity as a nation to confront the rot and hopefully to eradicate and defeat it?
Yeah, as a person who even did it before myself, I always support when people are coming up front and report things. Then it's depending whether the truth or not truth and how the investigation unfold. But I will always encourage people to come forward and talk about issues.
And then this document, your report on IPIT, that report on McBride, I just want to draw attention to a paragraph on page 6 of 8, where you say, Mr. Sisoko recalled this docket back to the original investigating officer to continue with the investigation after the outcome of the ANC conference. And this case is still not yet finalized up to date. What was the significance of the docket being recalled and you mentioning the outcome of the ANC conference? What is supposed to be understood by us with that? You can see it's on top of page 6, ne?
On top or at the bottom?
No, at the top of page 6. If you go to page 6 of your report to Minister Cele, page 6 of 8.
Or Mr. Sisoko?
Mr. Sisoko, yes. That sentence. We can read it loud so that we can confirm on the same sentence.
Mr. Sisoko recalled this docket back to the original investigating officer to continue with the investigation after the outcome of the ANC conference. And this case is still not yet finalized up to date. This docket, it was the docket against Nhlanhla. And it was used for Nhlanhla to arrange and talk on behalf of Mr. McBride to the former president. And then this docket was removed from the initial investigator. Then, after the former president appointed General Sithole, it means the plan has never materialized. So it was thereafter, after the conference, when McBride wanted the docket to move now, because it did not yield the desired result.
You know, the reason I was asking Mr. Nkabinde, I wanted to ascertain the significance of after the outcome, because after the outcome and after the conference may be two different things in terms of the importance you are attaching to them. But you have used the word after the outcome. Is there any particular reason why there is a reference to the outcome, not after the conference, just generally?
Yes, it was relevant because this docket was in reference to Nhlanhla, close to the former President Zuma. So the only time this docket could move, it was after the conference where a new leader was elected.
Oh, I see. No, the chair is protesting that I need to conclude. So let me just ask one last question in this case. The very last, no, it's page 7 of 8 of the same document. Page 7 of 8, same document, last paragraph. And I want to draw your attention to, okay, that paragraph is also, is both a paragraph and, no, it's not a sentence. The last sentence. The last sentence says the other mandate given to the two DPCI members was to control the NPA through their white prosecutors' contact. Who were the white prosecutors?
They had their own prosecutors that they deal with, not any other, because they had a certain understanding.
So basically there was a cabal of prosecutors
That's correct.
who are equally part of these conspirators.
That's correct.
And will those prosecutors be within the same group that Mr. Paul O'Sullivan also uses for his own objectives?
Yeah, it's one group.
It's one group.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Chair. Thanks. I would like to end there. Thanks a lot, Mr. Nkabinde.
Thank you so much, Chief Whip. Thank you so much, Mr. Nkabinde. We have come to the end of the list. I want to ask you some questions. Honorable Skosana, what is that?
Oh, thank you, Chair. Remember when I asked to go, when I had a problem, I said, I'm going to come back. You said to me, because of your benevolent, as usual, you can afford me to make that to finish with my follow-up. Thank you.
How many follow-up questions do you have?
It will take me 3 minutes, Chair.
Okay. Who else?
I'm donating the other 3 to you, Chair.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who else? How many questions, Honorable Sols?
Two,
Two.
Chair. Yeah.
And who else? Honorable Matthews, how many questions? Yeah. You are the only people who did not exhaust their allocated time. But today is the last time we do this. I'm not a storage or a bank or a loan shark where I loan you time and then you don't pay me back. You don't want to use your time, Honorable James. You're fine. Honorable Kola Barnett, because you had the most time of all the members, you still had 20 minutes. So, and I wanted to give you those 20 minutes to use. 3 questions, Honorable Skosan. When you ask, I say 1. Come with the second question, I say 2. Then, yeah.
How young intimidate them, Chair. Your benevolent has been thrown out of the window, but it's fine. I'll combine them quickly. Ngithokoze Mkhwanazi Chair lapho. Yabona namhlanje ke Chair ngikhapuhlekile namhlanje. Yabona angifuna ukuleyamala ni. You know, ngikhapuhleke khulu into erarako la. Ngizokthoma ngithi if you remember quickly, you know Leon Mbangwa, the former chief of staff, of Minister Natim Nhleko. And why I'm asking that? I'm asking that because if the allegation is true that he's one of the person you asked him to help you in terms of how are you going to perform your duties as a chief of staff in that office, is that true?
That is correct.
Now, because already you've spoken about the combination of Paul O'Sullivan and McBride, if I remember well. And did you remember that you've discussed that with General Mkhwanazi? And as well, if I'm right, is it true that as a result of that grievance that you registered, that some person was appointed into the post to investigate because of experience as compared to you? Or was it what you told us that McBride is the one who made sure that you don't get the post?
No, it was a post in the SAPS. It
Yes.
was Paul O'Sullivan who sent an email.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yes.
My last one. Chair, I just want to find out whether is it true that you told General Mkhwanazi that Paul O'Sullivan was using the grabber.
Yes.
Now, Chair, it means that we still have the grabber with Paul O'Sullivan as we speak today here, and which is dangerous for this country. We have someone who's not authorized. It's illegal. But let me tell you, and I must say this as I'm closing, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde said, you must walk with pride. You must walk all. Few men and women have done what we have done to today. Forget that you are part and parcel of the cabal, which the Pathanitas team. But we need people like you in this country. You know, your conscience spoke to you. Who say, noma ngabe kwenzeka ini, mara wena namhlanje uyositshela iqiniso. Ngamanye amagama ngithi ukuthi ungathuki of what happened earlier here.
Thank you.
That why namhlanje udecide ukusitshela.
Charlie, thank
Ngithi
you.
ngamanye amagama salute.
Thank you so much, Charlie. Honorable Souls.
Mr. Nkabinde, which year did your friendship with General Mkhwanazi start?
2017.
And the job that he got you at the security company, what's the name of the security company?
Can I reserve the name?
Are you willing to say it in camera?
Yes, because it would be unfair to disclose a private company name in public.
Granted, if Chair allows for us to get the name in camera, I would appreciate that, Chair.
I will arrange for him to inform you. Yeah, but he's right. Because, I mean, it was not criminal that we can say it's a matter of investigation, but just to mention any innocent company's name like that, I don't think it's okay. Unless if it was a subject of investigations, and we would only do that if those investigations were concluded. Sister, Honorable Matthews.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, it's just also to follow up on Honorable Souls. You actually state the name of the company in your first, are you withdrawing that from your statement? Because you, on paragraph 36 on your first statement, you indicate that you were qualified because you served as an assistant director at IPID for 5 years, and then you were the forensic manager at Secure Assist for more than 6 years. So you withdrawing the name of the company now?
Can I not disclose the name in public? It's fine
But you
if it's
did,
there.
you put it on your statement.
Yes, but can I not shout the name?
But the statement is public.
Yes, it's fine, but can I not shout the name?
Okay. Your understanding is assistant director position considered a senior position? I thought it was a deputy director is considered senior.
Assistant director, yes, it's not a senior, it's a junior.
Okay,
Then I acquire more when I was in the private sector.
which was, as you indicated.
Yes.
So you started at that company, which you don't want to shout out, but it's here in your statement very clearly. You said in May 2019.
No,
Am I correct? When did you start working there?
it should be November 2018.
It was November 2018.
Oh.
Okay. Do you know that the company was only registered in July 2021?
They are the subsidiary of that company. I know we've got another new one, but I'm started with an old one.
Okay. So here in your statement, you give us the name of a company where you spent 6 years and you named that particular company that you
Yes.
don't want to say loud. But
Yes.
now you're saying there was a different company that you were with. Because
Yes.
this one that you mentioned here in your statement
No,
was only registered in July 2021.
no, that's another one, which is a subsidiary after that, an umbrella company. That is a trade name since then.
Hey, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Matthijs. Mr. Nkabinde, the chief whip, when he asks you here, you say you think or you agree that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi was justified on that day of the 6th of July 2025. Is that what you restate?
Yes, I iterated that anyone who wants to come up, we always encourage that person to come up and report wrongdoings, depending whether the investigation will prove it or not, but it's always encouraged people to come forward.
If he had invited you to join him and for you to say the things that you said about the plots in which you were involved, would you have joined him?
No,
And say, no, look, my friend, I'm going to a press conference and I know there is some stuff that you know. Can you come and join us? I will address and finish and I will give you an opportunity to say what you know. Would you have done that?
no, it's different how you approach things. Because I would have loved to expose, but not probably in the way he did. Because there are so many ways to do things.
Okay. So this information that you have, in your understanding, how was it going to come out? Because you have a very explosive information that you shocked us with today. If you say maybe there could have been another way to say it out, how were you going to make it known?
No, for me, I think I did enough when I sent it to the a commanding channel. McBride reports to the minister, and my report ended up in Parliament. So it was up to those people that came across with it, how they deal with it.
I mean the plots, not the McBride report. I mean this plots, when one of the members asked you, said, it is for the first time I speak about evidence like this one that I have.
Yes, I has never get a chance.
How was it going to come out? We plotted Patani, we plotted Mutiba, we plotted so and so. How was that going to come out?
It means it was not going to come out because it's already 6 years.
If we place it on record, how many plots were you involved in?
No, I was involved with what is contained in the report. There was nothing else. I never left anything.
So the Patani task team, you were part.
Yes.
And then what about acting Police Commissioner Mutiba?
I was part. It's
You
included in the
were
report.
also involved,
Yes.
but you have been very scanty on the details about what happened with Mutiba.
No,
Who-
he acted a very short.
Was it the very same team that was involved against Patani
Yes,
that was also involved against Mutiba?
yes,
Same dramatis personae, same
Yes.
characters.
yes.
So to say, we have tried to stop Patani, I mean, or maybe to remove him from office now, is Mutiba, the struggle continues.
Yes, and he was removed.
And so with Patani was also removed, and then Mutiba was also removed.
Yes,
So the task team came later at some point to converge and say, mission accomplished.
not really.
To your recollection, how many plenary meetings would you have had? Or how often, how regular were your meetings to? Did you have a schedule to say, maybe we can meet
No,
fortnightly?
it was
Or-
often and regularly.
Yeah,
Often and regularly, but it was about pursuing a case
yes.
up until you start gradually realize that when you picked up what is being said, you start realize that no, it's not about pursuing here. It's something else.
So you might have met more than 10 times.
Yes.
Oh. And then these people who were being plotted, they did not know.
Yes.
I mean, in such very senior positions of a national police commissioner, people gather. I mean, were you using some magical ones or that a senior police commissioner may not know? I mean, the intelligence services is reporting to them, all state apparatus falling under the ambience of the police. They could not even detect that you guys were working under their feet.
Correct.
Okay. So tell me, this is going to be personal. You know, the book of Exodus says, Exodus 2:11 to 22, tells a story of Moses when he was still a young man. He came across an Egyptian fighting against a Hebrew. And then Moses joined the battle on the side of the Hebrew, and the Egyptian was killed. But when you go to Exodus 3, God sends Moses to go and deliver Israel out of Egypt. How do you understand these two verses if you were going to interpret them in accordance with your experiences in life?
Yeah, it's a lesson.
You might have killed an Egyptian in your life,
It's a lesson.
and you now want to deliver Israel. You reached the Damascus moment. Is that what you are saying?
No, not really.
Yeah, but it's a lesson to you.
Yeah, not really. What you are saying, it's not exactly,
Yeah,
but it's a lesson.
it's a lesson. So So you want to confirm before this committee that one of the pillars that we are investigating of influence or a relationship between officials in the SAPS and members of the public is happening.
That's correct.
And this relationship is a corrupt relationship.
Yes,
And there could have been other members of society who were destroyed by this corrupt relationship.
that's correct.
Okay. And then okay, the people who are sitting here as politicians, in the eyes of the public, they are generally perceived as corrupt people. That is the perception that, the general perception that is there. Can you confirm here that there are officials in the administration of the state that may not be known but are corrupt?
It is possible. It's possible.
And you know some of them.
No, it's possible with my experience
Yeah.
because we dealt with others.
That there are public officials who involve themselves in corrupt activities.
Yes, we dealt with them before.
And politicians are the ones who are being slaughtered in most cases. No comment. No comment.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. On the day that you received the letter, did you read that letter?
Yes,
And as the chief of staff in the office of the minister, because I will assume that some of the documents that the office processes, you are the last line in defense, isn't it?
that's correct.
You read through the documents and say, Minister, even before you sign, let's sit down here. I want to brief you about these correspondences or these memos because you are going to put your signature.
It's correct.
Did you try to, or after Advocate Pikoli has made his inputs, did you try to sound to the minister to say, following your directive, we have sent this letter to the attention of Advocate Pikoli. These are the recommendations he's making, and as the chief of staff in your office, I'm also satisfied that we can incorporate them in your sign, and then we release the letter.
Yes, that's correct.
And then with that, you did not find anything wrong with that letter.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with that letter.
The minister was justified to your own opinion and understanding to say we can sign and disband the PKTT, place a moratorium.
Yeah, I saw nothing wrong with the letter because it was limited. He never overreached when I look at it, when he leave it to the National Commissioner to implement. So one will just expect that the National Commissioner will come back if there are any concerns.
And then you still say that the letter which was written by Miss Mary DeHaas, yeah, because I think I called her doctor so many times last night. I must also enjoy the privilege to say, Miss Mary DeHaas, you have not seen that letter.
No.
But you might have heard about the contents of the letter.
Yes, it's been said even here.
How does it strike you? This thing reminds me of a problem that is called the synoptic problem. If you might have heard about it, the synoptic problem, where there were three authors, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, who wrote their gospels from different localities. But there were striking similarities in the three gospels. I mean, how, as a person in the office of the minister, this synoptic problem, what is your take on it? Where Miss Mary has writes, and look, even the day is the 31st, the words irregularly, immediately, but different authors writing from different venues on different days and different times. When this was brought to your attention, what becomes your comment on this synoptic problem?
First of all, the directives of the minister, I took it as a minister is giving a directive to the National Commissioner in his own initiatives. With Meriti Haas letter, unfortunately, I never got a chance to look at it, but if we talk about Meriti Haas, we talk about a person who always sent complaints, even when I was in IP.
Yeah. Let's
So
leave that
it's a-
part of
it's a
complaints
person- yeah, it's a person
and
that-
come to the synoptic problem of similarities from two authors writing from different localities.
I could not, maybe if it's in front of me, I could compare. I never saw it.
No, we have compared it many times ourselves.
No, I never saw it. If
There
it's
are striking similarities.
it could be a coincidence.
You don't have a comment, or you
It could
think
be
it
a
might have been a coincidence.
Yes.
And then what do you then say after 2 months in February when she writes back to say now, Police Commissioner, why aren't you implementing the decisions? Do you have a comment on that one?
Yes, it is possible because people like Meriti Haas, they have information.
Okay.
Maybe she knew it's not implemented, I'm not sure. But according to me, the directive was implemented from 22nd of January. National Commissioner sent a disbandment plan already in January 22, which that disbandment plan, it's carried out even today as we speak. As a result, in July 23, General Mkhwanazi requested an extension in implementing the very same directive in the phase-out approach. General Mkhwanazi is implementing it even after the minister is on special leave.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is absolutely nothing wrong with the disbandment of a PKTT.
Have you worked loyally with Minister Mkhunu? Not loyal to him as a person, but loyal to the office.
Yes.
So with that loyalty now, what is your interpretation of the contradictions that you have made here before the committee, the two of you? Because there are some statements that have been made which are contradicting.
I'm not too sure, Chair, which ones.
One of them, to give example, is that you said that there were no interviews when you were appointed. He said there were interviews.
Yes, my understanding in that one, Chair, the minister has never been involved in that process. So my inference is that the minister was referring to a generic HR process, that there has to follow interviews, there has to do this, that, without probably getting
No,
involved.
he said there was a panel.
Hence, I'm saying that my inference, that in general speaking, when there's an HR process, there has to be a panel, interviews, and so forth. If he was involved in this one, he would have known that there was no panel or interviews. Hence, my inference is just referring to generic standard practice.
Okay.
And I don't think he was going to lie for what.
Yeah, because the other contradiction is with regard to the recording of your conversation with General Mkhwanazi. Because he said to us that I told him to record him. That's
No.
that's what the minister said. And when an honorable member asked you about the recording, you said, yes, there was that idea, but I did not use it when I was recording.
No, I never heard him saying he instructed me to record.
No, let me tell you what happened. When we started conversation, we were coming back from break. He said, get your people here who deal with the sound system because there is a recording that I want you to hear. And it was played here in our proceedings. He said, no, in this recording, there is a part that I want you to hear. It's a recording of a conversation. And now when you speak here, now we recognize the voice, that this is the voice that we heard.
With General Mkhwanazi.
Yeah. He played that, or he made us to play that recording here. To say, when the chief of staff informed me, I said, when you go to talk to him, record him.
Yeah, I heard him saying here that I should consider recording Mkhwanazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not instructing. I never heard him saying that. And then the recording that he was playing, it's that recording that I did.
Where you stand, that act of recording Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, your friend, was it lawful?
Yes.
Lawful in which way?
That I'm allowed to record in a conversation that I participate in.
Did you inform him that you were recording him?
You don't need to inform him according to the act.
Okay. Was it ethical?
It was ethical if I want to preserve an integrity of our conversation. If he's coming back with the distorted information, referred to our conversation.
So when you took that recording to the minister, did you inform him that I recorded you and I'm handing over this recording to the minister?
No, it was my property.
Okay. No, thank you so much. Let me check with Advocate Mkhwanazi if he has some few questions to run with you.
Thanks, Chair, but no, I don't have any questions.
Okay. What time is it now? It's 23 minutes past 10, Chief Whip.
Chair, my apology for, you just reminded me something with your question about the recording. At some point, I think the recording was in the public domain, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know who might have leaked it?
It has never been in a public domain. The recording, I started to hear about it after it was played here.
Started to hear about it. It has not been in public even
Not
after.
at all. Not
Even
at all.
after it was played here. So what went out?
After it was played here, that is when I started to listen in the public domain. from the media that were covering this session.
So they captured through
From
here.
here,
Okay.
yes. Correct.
Maybe, did you call a press conference?
Yes, I did.
When was it?
I think it was on the 8th, on the 9th. Yeah, on the 9th.
What was the key message that you wanted to put across at that press conference?
The key message, it was the visit of the police and assaulting my brother because I was not available. A number of police with a balaclava. Then I wanted to talk about it in public so that when they come back, they will know that people knows, the public knows. Hence, after that, the way they came back on the 10th, it was through my lawyer, not in the way they did before. Because wearing balaclava, I was thinking of a lot of things. That
Yeah.
why is the police hide his face? Because I'm the policeman myself. You come and introduce yourself and do your job. Why
But-
do you hide yourself?
As a chief of staff in the police department, this is the same department where you work,
Yes,
where you are the chief of staff.
yes.
Do you think you responded, you reacted appropriately?
Yes, under the circumstances, it helped. Yes, under the circumstances.
I'm looking at the image of the department where you are a senior official, and also regarding instilling public confidence in our institutions.
When your life is in danger, that comes after. Because when the people looking for you with balaclavas and assault people, so you don't know what they're gonna do when they find you. And why they hide their face.
Yeah.
It means if you get shot, you can't even point who shot you, or the witnesses can't tell who shot you.
Yeah, let's work with the people of South Africa, the people of South Africa who are watching the developments or the optics. They say, Lekhanyan, but you are a chief of staff in this department. And we are looking at you as people who must serve us. What I want us to imagine an ordinary citizen, because those are the people in whose names we serve. If you were an ordinary citizen, forget about Cedric Nkabinde. Imagine an ordinary citizen who is looking at an institution of the state like that. What is their view about?
Without them knowing the gist from a face value, it does not give a good reflection.
Yeah.
Yes. But under the circumstances, I'm not also defending it. And I'm not even saying it's right.
Yeah.
But under the circumstances where we are in this situation and the national commissioner whom you're supposed to go to him and manage the situation is involved. So it means you run out of where can you go.
The national commissioner, you mean your colleague,
Yes.
is involved in this thing?
Yes, if they are even mentioning that we are sent by him. Otherwise, if the national commissioner is not part of whole of this thing, he was the first call I was going to call. That I'm not national commissioner. I'm not saying if there are any allegation, I'm not immune to get investigated, but I'm concerned about the behavior of police come with a balaclava looking for a chief of staff, a person that you can even make a phone call. He cannot run away. 20 policemen, rifles, Moreover, balaclava.
Yeah. The minister who is currently in office, are you working with him?
Yes, but he reassigned me some
Yeah.
other job.
Did you call him to say, Minister, I'm going to have a press conference on this day?
No, I did not.
Okay. But when you look back on the events of that day, do you have any regrets to say we could have handled the situation differently?
No, Chair, because the media briefing helped. It helped, I cannot lie.
So you are saying, given an opportunity, you can do it again?
No, I don't think the situation like this will present itself again.
Given an opportunity?
No, it could be a last resort.
Okay.
Yes.
No, thank you so much. I must thank you on behalf of the committee members for the information that you made available before us. We had a rough exchange last time when you were here. It happens that the best teams lose games in the same way as they would win games. There are days they lose, and they don't even have explanations how they lost. But they would have lost. But that does not make them small teams. They remain big even when they have lost. So when you look at yourself, look at how best you can always improve yourself. Don't look at your setbacks because they will draw you back. The best way to move forward is to say, how do I improve myself from where I am today? And do not compete against anybody. Compete against yourself. You will become a better person. Thank you so much. All the best should happen to you. But I think at some point, because you have become the second Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, at some point, if other witnesses come here as a consequence of the statements that you made, we may want you to come back to clarify them. We have taken a decision here that at some point we may want to call General Mkhwanazi back to come and clarify some other matters. You have presented explosive matters here. And if people come and say what Nkabinde told you does not exist, because this is the information we have, which we can make it available before the committee, we may have to call you again to say, Nkabinde, the things that you told us, the witnesses have come and said you lied to us under oath. Then what do you have to say on the basis of this information which would have been made available to us? Is that understood? I'm just saying to you that as you go back, you have to stay very close. Your statement must now become your pocket Bible, so that when we call you, you must not say it was in a short notice. And for sure, you will also be following the proceedings here. The people whose names you mentioned, if they happen to appear here, it must be of interest to you what they are saying and how do you help us, because our approach is not adversarial. It's about gathering information, help the committee to write a report that can go to Parliament with substantive recommendations that enable government to deal with the challenges that we are facing and give the people of this country quality services that they deserve. Thank you so much. And I must also thank your legal team, these honorable members. It has been very onerous, I can imagine, on your part. If there might have been any inconveniences that were caused, I can always say that we are human beings. We working hard every day to become the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Is the who wants to know what time we're starting tomorrow? Okay. Because we work until very late, we must make it a practice to start at 11 o'clock. You can imagine this time we will be arriving where we stay around 11:30, 12. We must thank you, Honorable Nkabinde, for staying with us until this late, just to sit in the committee and observe proceedings. We want to thank you so much for your endurance. Honorable members, tomorrow, Lieutenant General Fani will be with us here, 11 o'clock. Thank you so much.
Recording stopped.